$15,000. Even the Ben Holiday gets in the allocated box. Tons of Old Forester barrel proof right there. Russell's pick hanging out right there. Little sideways blanks, $52.99 there. This is the largest American whiskey bar on the planet. All right, I'll buy it. Lord have mercy. Just throw one in there. I am back in Louisville, Kentucky. We're doing more bourbon hunting, but a lot like one of my previous trips here, it's Derby week. And all of the stores actually in Louisville proper are expecting tourists. They're marking everything up. They've held some bottles back. So you'll see stuff, but you're gonna pay full secondary. So we're gonna try to take a little bit of a different approach today. I've got McCormick here giving me the local tour guide, chauffeuring us around. Levi is gonna help us out here too, trying to find some bottles. And we are going to try to hit mostly the outskirts. We might end up downtown at some point. Our first stop is in, where are we at?
East End?
East End, the East End, wherever we're at. Google it, Liquor Junction. We're gonna check that out. Normal selection stuff. Plenty of Buffalo Trace, Weller Special Reserve. $50 for it though. Old 4 grain right there. Double wheats. The problem in general coming into Louisville, it's weird. You just don't have as many craft options. Like it is almost all major distillery stuff at every one of these stores. But you do occasionally, if they've got a big enough selection, find something like these RD1s right here. I think I have an RD1 Amberana, but I don't have anything else from RD1. Registered Distillery 1, Lexington, Kentucky. Bottled by RD1. I thought they were distilling their own stuff. Peerless Double Oak sitting right there. I don't love the price of these, but for Will, that's his favorite double oaked on the entire planet.
We should just go by the distillery if we're gonna be downtown.
We should just go by the distillery if we're gonna be downtown.
Thanks for leaving this. It was tasty. We actually destroyed that bottle.
You like that one?
Yeah, thank you.
I don't even remember if I tried it. I think we may have tried it, but we tried a bunch of stuff. So you like that one?
The single barrel's really good.
Okay. Any decent values in there you see?
I mean, you know, a Blanton out of the barrel for $250 is pretty uncommon.
I mean, even the Ben Holiday gets in the allocated box. That's also King of freaking Kentucky. What is that? How many zeros does that have on it?
All of them. Now this is great. This right here is a 89. That's about MSRP on that bottle right there.
Old Forester single barrel proof.
132. Oh, that's the 8th floor. I bet this right here is damn good.
Tons of Old Forester barrel proof right there. Those are really nice. I just have like 6 of them at the house open, I think. Didn't find anything in that store. Most of them were fairly marked up. Few bottles a reasonable price, but let's head on to store number 2. Now, I am constantly looking for the perfect gift that I can get for some of my bourbon-loving friends and family, and that's why I'm super excited to share our sponsor, Original Grain, and their products today. Original Grain is a veteran and family-owned company started by 2 brothers in the Pacific Northwest. Original Grain has been making watches for over 11 years, and in that time, they've planted 600,000 trees because for every single watch they sell, they plant a new tree. And these are even made from whiskey barrels, which we obviously love. You can check out Original Grain's masterfully crafted timepiece by going to originalgrain.com/Brewzle. Now make sure to use code Brewzle for an extra 10% off. They're even running up to $100 off site-wide for Father's Day, and you can stack this discount on top for the lowest price ever. And what's really cool is they partner with places like Indian Motorcycles, Toyota, TRD, Taylor Guitar Instruments, and their newest official partnership, Jack Daniels. Now you know how much I love my bottles of Jack. When I'm out bourbon hunting and I stumble across a bottle of Coy Hill for the right price, I'm definitely gonna be leaving with that bottle. Original Grain has crafted 5 unique timepieces made from materials like limestone, charcoal, and those authentic reclaimed Jack Daniels barrels right from Lynchburg, Tennessee. One of which is also an automatic watch. If you want to check out Original Grain's amazing watches and find the perfect gift for the whiskey lover in your life for the best price ever, go to originalgrain.com/Brewzle and use code Brewzle for an extra 10% off. And remember that Original Grain is running up to $100 off site-wide for Father's Day, and you can stack those discounts on top for the lowest price ever. All right, so I don't know where we were because we seem to have drove like 20 minutes and now we're in Middletown. But we're gonna check out Evergreen.
Evergreen. You mess with this Monk's Road?
I had a Monk's Road, but I haven't had a single barrel Monk's Road. Ooh, look at here, look at here, look at here, look at here. You have one? Well, now I have one right here. Do I need 2? Is that, do I need a backup? Are you gonna take one for me? Thank you. I appreciate that. I passed on this in a previous hunt. Y'all gave me crap about it, rightfully so. And I have not seen one since. So now I've got one and a backup. So score there. All right, Monk's Road single barrels. Let's see if they make this. Contract distilled and bottled by, you like that Monk's Road single barrel?
Crushed it. Oh my God, it's so good.
Cask strength Cave Hill. The High Gold was so freaking good. Grab that bottle. It's $130, but I gotta take it. Lots of Dickel 15s for those people with very discerning palates. Bourbon, a blend of Kentucky straight bourbon whiskeys finished in apple brandy barrels. I really wouldn't mind having a sample before I bought. $14,000 right there if you want one. $15,000. In what world does somebody think it's worth that if you're gonna drink it? Like, it's not. It's only a collectible item. It's only valuable because it's rare. And there's no way that liquid is close to taking off 2 zeros. But man, it's beautiful.
I watch your stuff all the time, man.
Really? TJ?
I appreciate you, Jordan. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Jordan. You work here?
Yeah, I'm the new liquor/beer manager.
Okay. Great store. I mean, we got a, if we have to get a shopping cart, you know we've done pretty good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Not often we have to have a shopping cart.
This is something new from the guys who do Kendall Jackson wine.
Okay.
This is their newest thing they put out. I haven't tried it.
I mean, it's an
Can't tell you
interesting
about
bottle.
it.
Distilled and bottled by Stone Street in Bardstown. Okay, that makes it sound like it was made by Bardstown. Oh, you're gonna put it on the bar? We would love to try it.
It's really good.
She's gonna open one of these.
I really enjoy this. I had this at my house for Thanksgiving and for Christmas, and everybody loved it. You know, this is getting a lot of recognition right now.
Really?
So it comes in at 111 proof. It was the big release for Bourbon and Beyond this past year. From my understanding, it's a 5 and 10 to 15-year blend. Yeah, 5 and 10 out of Bardstown and 15-year out of Heaven Hill. And then they age it for a year in one of their apple brandy barrels. Yeah, it's really good.
Like, it's sweetness up front, and then I get like a nuttiness on the finish almost. But it was like sweet apple, a little oak, and then an apple finish.
I will say this, a little airtime in that bottle does help it out quite a bit.
I think I'm going to pass on it just because I have a shopping cart full of things here that I really, really want to try. But it's a good bottle. I'll probably regret passing on it because I won't be able to get it again.
No, it's only available in Kentucky.
Okay, now you're killing me.
Just throwing that out there to you, you know.
All right, I'll buy it. Lord have mercy. Just throw one in there. You know, she got me. Bourbon brittle.
Everybody's got to try that.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, here. Right here. Bourbon brittle. Throw it on there. You sold me.
There you go.
What do you think? It's good. Bourbon brittle wins. Thank y'all. So bourbon brittle is good. That's all we got. You give it like some sort of out of 10 review or something?
I'll give it a solid, we'll give it a 7.5. You get a little bit of that Buffalo Trace influence on there.
That's actually really good. What's he talking about? At least an 8. I don't know. I like a peanut brittle. This might be a little too sweet. Still an 8. Still an 8. Okay, just so y'all are not confused, liquor store groceries, probably not a thing you want. Probably avoid those, okay? But grocery store liquor sometimes works out. So we are at Kroger Wine and Spirits. Russell's pick hanging out right there, $75. All right, y'all let me know, as you always do, what I should have bought. And like I said, in future videos, I might actually buy it. Should we do more of these MB roll-ins? What do y'all know about those? That's what you need, single barrel bullet. Dude, what was it? We tried, it was the Bullet 12-year-old rye. Tried that at McCormick's house night before last. That's pretty freaking good. Now, you gotta like ryes, but I enjoyed that one a lot.
Screaming Titan, Rita Bourbon whiskey for Redwood Empire. It's the one they just dropped. Been wanting to try it.
What's
They're
the
good
proof?
things. 96.
It's not bad. I like their cask strength stuff so much. Look at here, right here. Is this what we were drinking at your house?
Yes, sir.
$50 or 46%, so 92 proof.
Proprietary grain build strictly for Bullet from MGP.
So this is MGP's 90, what?
95.5, but supposedly proprietary for Bullet only.
How is it proprietary if it's their 95.5?
Call them up and ask. I don't know. Like, what do they do to it? Like, it makes no sense either.
$50, I'm gonna have to grab one of those. Somebody let me know, is Bullet doing single barrel picks of this 12-year rye? Because I'd probably take one or two. Thank you. All right, so we are way over budget for this particular bourbon hunt, so we're gonna shift gears just a little bit, change of pace, change of direction. We're gonna head to Peerless, see if we can't grab a double oak for Will. If I can get him a double oak, he won't steal mine. He keeps threatening to steal it. And then we're going to go do just a little bit of unicorn hunting. We're gonna go to a store where we had a lot of luck last time we were here in Louisville, where we were able to get McClure's barrel strength bourbon for a reasonable price. Swing by that store, see if we find anything interesting. It is starting to get hot here in Louisville. I'm gonna regret not buying that High Angel share. I'm gonna be honest with you, $100 is a lot for a bottle that size, but man, do I love it. I'm gonna regret that one, but can't buy them all. You know, you gotta stick to some sort of budget, and we're gonna go over it if we buy anything here. But at least this keeps Will from taking my bottle. Barrel stave. Is that a cigar holder ashtray? I got some derby hat. Look at this. It's too small of a brim for my head. No. It needs to be just a touch larger. Ah, there we go. I look like a guy that drives a Lincoln.
It's nice. It's not it isn't as flat as the other one you had.
I've always stayed away from fedoras though. Like I need a full-size brim too to go with the full-size hat. $135? Probably not. I'll just stick to my trucker hat here. I need to get a bottle of double oak if you've got it, please.
Bourbon or rye?
Bourbon. Didn't know that was an option. Yes. I was in here. I got denied a barrel pick. What does it take to get a barrel pick? If I need a barrel of double, or a barrel of anything. I don't know if y'all do barrel picks of double oak.
I heard the double oaks are not part of the barrel pick anymore.
Yeah.
But I've only heard it.
Doesn't hurt to ask, right?
I mean, if you don't ask, the answer's no.
I appreciate it.
Hey, thanks so much.
Yes, sir. No barrel pick for us. We have been denied twice. That wasn't a denial. That was just the guy's not here. But still, tried twice, 0 barrel picks. We're going to get one. We're going to get a Peerless pick at some point. We are going to go unicorn hunting now. We're going to see if we can't find like a nice, highly allocated bottle. We're going to go to that same store we went to last time. So let's see what we can find. Let's see what they have. And then after that, we've got an event we're going to be doing at Watch Hill proper. We're going to be thieving from the barrel, having a really nice dinner. So stay tuned to the end for that. We're going to see what we get into. I think we can bottle our own. Do you think? I think we can thief it out and bottle our own. So we're going to go see if we can find a unicorn, and then we'll do that. All right, where are we at now? What is this place?
Old Louisville, and we're checking out Bottle.
This is where we got the McClure's barrel strength last time, right? I'll tell you what I'm not seeing anymore. I have not seen a blacktop early times. So we talked about it, and they're all gone. Some Taylors out. I've seen more E.H. Taylor single barrel this year than I've seen in my entire life. Little sideways blanks, $52.99 there. Those are cute, the little baby blanks.
That McClure's 10.
Yeah, the McClure's 10 is tempting me.
That's a really good price on that small batch.
$80 for an E.H. Taylor small batch. For most people, in most places, that is a more than reasonable price. Like, unless you could just find them for MSRP, I mean, that's a reasonable markup. A lot of places I see those, they're 100. I mean, some of the places we saw them today, I think they were 120, which is not a great price. But $80, I feel like that's a fair markup for a desirable bottle.
Anywhere around North Georgia is like at minimum 100.
Yeah.
And that's if they're being nice.
Alrighty, so we got a little bit of footage in there. Like, he doesn't mind being on camera, didn't mind us filming in there. Didn't want really him talking in any of our conversations on camera. So I just wanted to wrap up, just in case we didn't get footage of it, to show the haul. McCormick here negotiating, as he always did, went with the little baby Blantons, got himself an Old Forester single barrel proof. And of course, I went for the Mac Daddy right here, Mr. 10-year-old Michter's, and packaged that with a little deal here for the Weller Antique 107. All of these with some markup. The two I got for sure with some markup, but with a little conversation and some negotiation in that range that I am okay with. Like with the Weller stuff, I'm $100 on this bottle anytime I don't have one. Like I'll pay that. I think it's worth it. It's that good to me. Now with the package deal I swung with the McClure's 10, probably got it for a little under that, and then got this guy with a little bit of a markup, but in that acceptable range, because that is a delicious bottle of whiskey. I think now we're gonna go chill out for just a few minutes, and then we're gonna go thief some whiskey out of freaking barrels. We'll see y'all here in just a few minutes. All right, so I might have undersold it just a little bit when I said we were gonna go to a restaurant and have some food and thief some whiskey from some barrels, because we are at Watch Hill proper. This is the largest American whiskey bar on the planet. Like, there's a few bars that have a few more bottles, but nobody, absolutely nobody, has more American whiskey than Watch Hill proper. Behind me are over 2,000 bottles. You've got a freaking library rack over there. Behind it are more bottles. There's like a little catwalk back there. There's pretty much anything and everything here. Like, they literally do not have anything that is not American whiskey. You can't get vodka, you can't get gin, it's just American whiskey. So we're gonna go just thief out of some barrels. They've got a thieving experience, so you basically can just pull it straight out of the barrel and try it in your glass. So instead of getting it poured from a bottle, we're gonna drink it straight from the barrel. We're gonna hang out. We got a lot of cool folks here to hang out with us. Brought a lot of the patrons from the Pursuit Barrel Pick that we did yesterday. We're gonna do that, and then we're gonna have a fantastic dinner. Let's get to drinking. All right, so they have us set up here right off the entryway. So everybody that comes in, we are a spectacle to behold. Let me set the scene on this real quick. When you walk in the front door, it's like we're some sort of judging panel of the people that come in. You're gonna walk in the door, and we are just sitting there judging, like nobody on this side, obviously just looking at people that come in. The first person comes in, I would expect a round of applause for them, okay?
The day that we had these barrels show up, we had a lot of industry folks say you all are seriously breaking the law because we don't have a DSP. There's like, you can't have barrels on your property. We just simply told them that go back and read what the law says and make sure that you read the last two lines.
Last two lines say that there is no definition for a cocktail. So what we did is we had this particular barrel right here, we had it bottled. And then when we got it here, we took those bottles and we opened up the bottles and we dumped it back in. And then we added 1 drop of water because since there is no definition for a cocktail, this is a cocktail. It has 53 gallons or how many ever's left, and 1 gallon of bitters or water that would make no difference. And you know what? The TTB guy said that was, his actual word was, that's effing brilliant.
We've not been applauding the people that have been coming in. Welcome.
So you got two Indiana products side by side. The next one I'm gonna thief is actually a Kentucky bourbon, also 5 years in the same recipe as your first whiskey I poured. So it's kind of cool to do that side by side and see how the exact same mash bill can be so different based on the distillery, and obviously where that barrel lived its life.
Who distilled these?
I'll give you one guess where the Indiana came from.
I mean, so the obvious guess is the right one?
Yes.
I mean, because I thought you were going to hook me with, yeah, it's Starlight.
The two Kentucky, the one that I just poured, comes out of the Bardstown area. It's just Whiskey 3 raises the bar, but not a ton. And this one we think is really, pretty heavenly.
And that's a hill he's willing to die on.
Uh-huh.
All right, I'll take barrel 3. Just go ahead and load that one in the truck.
I like 3 better than 1. That's the only ones I've tried so far.
Yeah, 3's got a little more proof to it. Feels like I don't remember what proof he said, but it definitely drinks hotter. Right now, number 3, I need a 60-second bourbon review.
I think it's pretty hot going down. Hotter than I would prefer for a Kentucky Hug. I'd put a drop of water in it to do it again. I think it's got heavy maple, Kentucky bourbon. Full vanilla in it.
What proof are you typically drinking? Like, what's your proof range?
Like these guys.
You like them full?
Yeah, high proofs.
But then that one's a little too much.
For me, and so what I'm going to do right now is put a little water in it and see if it changes.
All right, let's do it. You got 60 seconds. We're running out of time. Tick, 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 tick.
My 60 seconds are 3 minutes. You know that. Let's see what happens with that. It's kind of astringent on the finish, to be honest with you.
All right.
I
So
think
not
it's
your
astringent.
favorite. Have you tried the other ones yet?
I need to try them and think more about it. But the first two I liked. It's very clovey, black pepper finish, and it's hot. It's not as hot with the water, but I'm not loving that one.
What are you thinking, Max?
I get like raisin on the nose.
Okay, on 3?
Yeah, really nice finish. Really nice finish. I like that burn, and I like that bit of. It is astringent. It definitely is. It has that like mouth drying feel.
You're getting that too.
But it's pleasant.
Yeah.
I kind of like it.
I'm gonna have to go with 4, I think.
And the thing about 4 with that toasted finish, that is as finicky of a process. I mean, you can over toast like that, it seems. We were sampling it
5 days in and we were nervous.
Yeah.
It was like, why is it toasting so quick? And then we pulled it about, what, three weeks? What we have found out is that the original toast, so if you go from first barrel, you go into second maturation with the toast. After you take that whiskey out of the toast and then put another whiskey in, that's when you can let it go for months.
Did you share how you got your name or how you chose your name?
So the original name was Proper. That was going to be the name of the club proper, meaning is central of town, kind of the hangout. And so Josh lives probably 12 or 15 minutes from here, 12, 15 miles, I should say. He lives in front of a subdivision called Watch Hill Estates. And so I would pass this as Josh and I were kind of coming up with this idea, and I would pass it, and I just said it together one day, or we said it together one day, Watch Hill proper. And it was like, there it was, and people loved it. That's it. I wish, it's like breaking my leg. I wish I wasn't just walking on the sidewalk and snapped. I wish I had some great.
You could do like most of these bourbon brands and just make up a story, right? Like you don't have to tell the truth. Watch Hill was the father of bourbon. Right, and he founded the place. He was your great-grandfather.
The stories in bourbon just crack me up.
So 3 is the unanimous?
It's not unanimous, but I do believe that 3 is the favorite of the group. We're about to do an infinity blend here real quick. We're going to pour all of these together and see at least what's left of my samples, what they taste like right here. No, doesn't work. All right, let's see what we've got here. Hopefully y'all can read that because I can't, I'm blind.
I went with my friend too on McClure's this morning. I woke up at 8:30. I'm like, let's just go to McClure's, see what happens. So I just went there. I was 6th in line, even though I got there at 8:30. They open at 10. We were lucky enough to get a spot for the pour your own barrel proof bourbon.
Yeah, nice.
My friend was skeptical a little bit of it, but yeah, it's cool. It's a cool experience. It's a good time.
We had talked about doing, instead of a bourbon hunt, the 3 days I'm here, could I go to distilleries in the morning and just see what we can get? We're going to try that at some point where we just come up here and spend an entire week and every morning pick a different distillery and see what we get. I'm glad it wasn't this week because apparently I think they'll drop some stuff with Derby coming up, but they'll probably drop it later in the week.
I think so, right?
Looks like it, yes. Yeah, over there in the locker. That's somebody's locker, I think. I mean, those over behind us are lockers, but that's like one big locker. So that might be theirs.
If it is.
Yeah.
Those barrel seagrass, the gold label and the gray labels, those are phenomenal though. Those are worth the price. Yeah, I have a bottle of that gold seagrass. Once it's gone, I'm getting a refill because it's one of my favorite ryes. It's finished in Martinique rum, and some I think apricot maybe barrels, some apricot rum or something. It's phenomenal. It's so good.
They're great at blending.
They do a great job. Yeah, I've started to appreciate blenders more and more. What Bardstown does with blending with the Fusion, the Discovery series, also phenomenal.
I wish they had something more around the $60 range.
Oh, the price point, yes. Yeah. The price point is problematic for sure. What in the world are those chicken wings? What are we?
Those are the corn fritters.
Okay.
That's the hush puppy. Those are the escargot.
Okay.
That doesn't look like a snail.
The snails are underneath all the cheese.
I need some sort of cocktail.
So the Dowling's Daisy is a bourbon margarita.
Yep, do it. Bring it.
It is absolutely phenomenal.
I'll take one of those.
Yes, I will take one as well. I haven't tried any snail yet, but it's corn fritter.
Yeah, I want to try one of your.
So freaking good.
You got to break through the cheese, and you got little
snail. Oh, there they are. There they are.
There's little tiny forms.
There's a hole there. Okay. There's a hole there. I didn't realize. There you go. Haven't eaten a lot of snails in my lifetime. I've never in my life looked at one of those snot rockets and said, you know what? That's going to be tasty. There it is, right there.
You want some snail?
I got one sitting over here.
They're the kind of people where they.
It is pretty tasty, though. Is that the margarita? Nice, thank you.
That's good though.
It's the best margarita I've ever had. But I'm not a huge margarita guy, but that's the best. I love it. I love this. Yeah, it's so good. Next week, I'm going to be at the beach with my feet kicked up. I'm going to be having bourbon margaritas. So this bar does not have anything but whiskey, American whiskey. So if you wanted a drink, that's why we're having margaritas without tequila, because they literally don't have and don't serve tequila. But then you can be a member here as well, and you can have a locker and keep your own bottles in it. And I don't know who Peter Rosenberg is, but me and Peter Rosenberg would be cool because Peter has a fancy locker in a fancy place, and all he has in it is a bottle of Tito's. That's hilarious. That's funny right there.
The rental is $800, and then it's $100 per bottle. So
$800 per.
Per annual. It's probably.
So he pays $1,000 a year to put a Tito's bottle in a whiskey bar.
Yep. just so he can pull it out whenever he wants.
Peter's got it like he wants it. I like the joke. It's not worth a grand. It might be worth a grand. It's pretty funny. This is the ribeye, yes. Well, I mean, we're splitting it. We're going to split it, though. Oh, that's so good. All right, we had a great time today. We did a awesome bourbon hunt. We found a lot of really cool bottles. I did give away the Michter's 10, but I'll still try my Michter's 10 at home. Appreciate Watch Hill Proper here for showing us a good time. Food is out of this world. Largest whiskey selection I've ever seen in my entire life. Had a great time thieving our own pours earlier today. Did you have a good time?
It was awesome.
It was. You've been on a couple of barrel picks now.
This is my second one.
Both of them been good. You've been on two really good ones.
They showed us a good time. It was awesome. Definitely worth it.
Obviously, we got McCormick over there chauffeuring us around today. Appreciate the support. We will catch up with y'all in the next one. We need to get back on the road. We need to get more bourbon hunts going. Be on the lookout for those.